Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, YouTube. How is everyone doing on this lovely Thursday afternoon? You're joined by the beautiful Tarik and Kirsty, and we are here to talk all things blue, magic, and future developments. So I'm going to get started because time is of the essence. We have an hour, and we have a lot of stuff to get through this afternoon. So I'm going to start as I mean to go on. Here we have a piece of carpet. And we have BLUEMAGIC, which is the best stain remover that we have ever come across. This has been sold for the last 40 years. It's our 30th anniversary this year. Happy birthday to us. Yes, we have sold 2 million packs of this, and it is used in Ford. Ford use our BLUEMAGIC concentrate solution to degrease their brake lines in their factories. So if a company like Ford is using it to degrease their brake lines in their factories, that their oily products, imagine what it's going to do for you and stains like ketchup that you've just seen me put on, and you've just seen me put mustard on the carpet there as well. Imagine how easily those stains are going to get picked up. So let's go in with some barbecue sauce, because we all know that these stains are an absolute pain and they happen all the time. It's easy for them to happen as well. You might be eating a burger, you've put a little bit too much sauce in, and as you bite it, and it's happened to all of us, hasn't it? You've bitten into a burger, the insides of the burger all fall out, especially when you get those big loaded smash back patty burgers. They go all over you.
I could just eat one now.
I could eat a smash burger. I love a smash burger. Honest, I don't know what it is about a smash burger. It's like the thinness of it is an absolute game changer.
Yeah, so much, and then filled with like tomatoes. Yeah, let's stop talking about food.
There's a fast food place near mine that does 4 patties for like £10, and it is so nice.
Wow.
Properly seasoned as well. Because you know how some burgers that you get, they're dead bland, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is seasoned so nicely. But enough about our lunch order. Fancy a liquid lunch, get a bit of red wine, and you spilt some red wine on your carpet. You know, you don't have to use things like, salt is always something that people say gets rid of red wine. They say get some white wine to put it on your red wine to get rid of those. It doesn't work. Tell you what does work, BLUEMAGIC, and I'll show you how in just a mo. So what was that? That was red wine. Let's go in next with some Ribena. If that wants to leak everywhere. So I'm just going to put a capful of Ribena onto the carpet, because I want to show you how well it works as a stain remover on your fabrics. We're going to show you a number of things that is going to get rid of your stains, and mainly it's going to be fabrics, but we're going to use some hard surfaces on there as well. What is next? Let's go with some fake tan.
Fake tan.
Because why not?
This goes all over my towels, all over the bedding.
Exactly, all over your pillows, your bedding, your towels, your carpet, you name it, fake tan gets everywhere. It's one of those things like cockroaches, aren't they? Just get into those places where you don't think they'll be able to get into. So what we've done so far, ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, red wine, Ribena, fake tan. Let's do some Coke. Why not? Nice little bit of Coke Zero on there. Because again, these are the common stains that you find in your house, your drinks, condiments, fake tan. We're going to put some makeup on there in just a second, and we're going to go with some mascara as well. Like I say, these are all your common stains that you'll find in your house as well. So let's just go with some beetroot mascara. I was looking at the beetroot as I was saying that then. And then lastly, let's go in with a little bit of crayon. So that's a wax. Do you know what? I'm lying. I'm going to go in with some blusher as well. Why not?
Ooh.
Is this how you use blusher? Do you rub your fingers vigorously into it?
Well, you'd usually have a nice brush or a palette to put it on with. But still, when it drops on the carpet, that's it.
And then it gets trampled into the carpet as well.
Yes.
Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So here is my stained carpet. Now, if you were to come downstairs one morning and you realise that your carpet looked like that, you'd probably be absolutely devastated and you're thinking, I'm going to have to redecorate, I need a new house, I need a new carpet, I need a new everything. Don't worry, we've got BLUEMAGIC here to save the day. So, your BLUEMAGIC bottle will come with 2 different spray methods. So we've got our spray mist here, and then we have our directional spray that travels incredibly far. Shooting halfway across the studio.
I know.
So all I'm going to do here now with the one directional nozzle is just come down the middle of these stains here, And as you can actually see already, as I'm spraying on, these stains are being lifted up by the BLUEMAGIC. Because what BLUEMAGIC does is it gets underneath your stains, it breaks down the stains to allow basically you to wipe off these stains with ease. So look, I'm just going to give it a nice spray. Now you might think I'm using quite a bit here. I'm using a liberal spray because each bottle of concentrate that you buy, so this one bottle of concentrate will make 50 bottles of BLUEMAGIC at our lowest cost by the BLUEMAGIC. So what I'm going to do now is just agitate them stains. And I'm just going to rub down the middle just with a cloth, and you can see how the stains, you want to come in a bit, Kirsty, if you can?
Yeah.
So you can see how the stains, as I'm wiping, you can see that the colour's coming out of it. You can see some of that colour there on the table. And then look how well that is removing those stains.
So even if those stains have been there a while, because we had somebody earlier, didn't we, saying to us that they'd got stains from like a year's worth of stains on the carpet.
So yeah, so that's all gonna come up and be brought back to the natural colour of your carpet, and that is basically because of the BLUEMAGIC. Because there's no acids, caustic, solvents or nasties in there, the colour isn't going to be sort of lifted out of your carpet, and that's why you're able to use it on those older stains and use it in a more concentrated manner, because it's not got anything in there that's going to cause these nasties. Now have a look at that. Now we're running a bit of a delay on that screen here. How is this looking, Kirsty?
Perfect.
Because I cannot see.
Yeah.
Perfect. And look at that. That was about 5 minutes there. You see me put the stains on there. You see me wipe the stains off with BLUEMAGIC just by spraying down the middle, agitating them stains in. And look how well that's come up. Now, if you had an older stain on there, for example, like Kirsty was just mentioning, you might want to go with a bit of concentrated BLUEMAGIC. But I'll show you how well it works as well to get rid of fresh stains. So things like beetroot, you know how much of a nightmare beetroot is to clean. Just going to get my chopping board here and just chop a bit of beetroot.
Well, yeah, they used to use it for dyeing clothes with, didn't they?
Exactly. It wasn't designed to dye clothes, but they used to use it to dye clothes, and it was used as a blusher as well, actually. So if they're using it as a makeup blush and they're using it to dye clothes, then imagine how badly this is going to stain all of your products. So look here, I've got a plastic chopping board here, which we shouldn't be using because of microplastics, etc. But that's a conversation for another day.
That's good.
Look at the state of that chopping board, and you can see how it's all the beetroot is stained in there, and all those plastic cut marks that you can see. The beetroot stains are going to be living in those grooves there. So if I were to just wipe that off like that, nothing's obviously happened.
Yeah,
if anything, it's just making those stains a lot worse. But I'm going to let that set and let that dry for a little bit, and pull up the carpet here where I've just put some fresh beetroot on there. Now look at this, I'm going to change it to the spray mist. Let's get a nice good old bit of coverage there, and I'm just going to spray, and look how the BLUEMAGIC has broken down that stain, the beetroot stain, and it has now disappeared. Where it's gone, I don't know, so please don't ask, but just know that it has disappeared, and it's in the ether somewhere in Stoke near our studio, near the Future Development studio. But that is how easy it is to get rid of all of your stains on your carpet, whether it be beetroot, whether it's wine, red wine, whatever it is, it's coming out of your carpet. We say that BLUEMAGIC, there are 3 things that BLUEMAGIC won't get out of you, it won't remove as a stain. Those 3 things are nail varnish, because you need acetone to get rid of nail varnish. It's high gloss paint, because you need paint thinner or like a white spirit paint stripper kind of thing to get rid of those kind of stains. And then chewing gum, because you need to freeze chewing gum, and there's a whole other procedure that you need to follow when you are cleaning or getting rid of chewing gum. So let's get my chopping board back here, and then look, I'm just going to spray directly in to those grooves on the chopping board, and you can see how all of the stains are being pulled down to the bottom because of the BLUEMAGIC.
So you can still use it on your wooden chopping boards?
Oh, of course, yeah. You can still use it on your wooden chopping board. All the surfaces is not an issue. It's more so the stain that's on the surface as to whether or not it's going to come out or not. Because you'll see in just a second, I'm going to get a bit of laminate flooring, and I'm going to draw on this laminate flooring with a Sharpie, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some concentrated BLUEMAGIC, and we're going to put it on there and rub it off. So you can see that it does work just as well on hard surfaces as it does on carpets and your upholsteries. So I'm just going to draw a nice smiley face. I was going to draw you, Kirsty, but after last time, maybe not.
That was awful.
There we go, a little smiley face, his tongue sticking out. He's a bit of a cheeky chappy this morning. So all we need to do then is get a bottle of concentrated Blue Magic, which I have here, in our specially packaged 40 years labels. And then just going to fill up a cap of Blue Magic, and then that's dried now. So I'm just going to drop it on, let it take effect. Whilst that is taking an effect, I am going to have a sip of my coffee out of my Future Developments sign written mug.
Brand today.
I feel like I'm on BBC Breakfast or something. Great, this, isn't it?
So the harder stains, you could put concentrated Blue Magic onto carpet, on
carpet. We can put it onto clothes. You can put it directly onto your hard surfaces. So you can see here, this is a bit of laminate flooring. And I've just gone in with some concentrated Blue Magic on there because I've used Sharpie. Not just permanent marker or a whiteboard marker. This is a Sharpie pen. So you know how badly those pens can stain if you let them. So just left that on there for a little minute. And then look, you can see how easily that comes off. Just give it a little rub. Like so. And then look how easily that's coming off. Then look, see that's come off there. We might want to go with a little bit more just to make sure that it's all completely gone. So again, I just come in with a cap full of our concentrated Blue Magic. Leave that for a minute. And then I'm just going to go in and rub. I'm not sort of scrubbing. I'm not rubbing too drastically.
You've only got a cloth, haven't you? It's not
exactly,
like
it's only a cloth. It's a microfiber cloth at that as well. It's not like it's one of those big scourers. They know the metal scourers that you can get to sort of do your pans and your pots and stuff. It's not one of those. It's just literally a microfiber cloth. And you can see how well that has come off.
Lovely.
Can we see that?
Yep.
Lovely. So that's your hard surfaces and that's your soft furnishings when it comes to Blue Magic and the stain removing properties of that. But what about your kitchen? Kitchens are always messy, messy things. So, you know, imagine that this is your backsplash and you've got days or weeks worth of burnt on grease, burnt on oils, burnt on fats. You might have been cooking some bacon, you might have been cooking a spag bowl, and it's decided to shoot up everywhere all over your walls. Don't know about you, but I hate when that happens.
Yes.
But if we've got Blue Magic, because Blue Magic is the best stain remover that we've ever come across, it is so easy to get rid of all of your burnt on greases and stains, because Blue Magic breaks down stains, it gets underneath the stains and it dissipates them to allow you to wipe them off with ease. Now you might want to use your spray if you wanted to do a tile, but if you had a vertical tile, for example, that's going to be set up like this, you can see all of the spray is just falling down this tile. So if I'm spraying the top and then I go to wipe it, the chances are that the bottom isn't going to be as sort of covered as the top is because it's all just dripped down to the bottom.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get some foam, and hopefully this works with my left hand. Whoa, try not to spray me. And there we go. And I've just sprayed all over my arm. But it's fine because there's no caustics, no acids, no solvents in there. So that is fine. I know that I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to come up with any sort of rashes or anything like that. But look, we can see that the foam is sticking to the surface. I'll bring it a bit closer so you can see there. You can see how the foam is sticking to the surface. And unlike the spray, what it's doing is it's gripping hold of those stains so that when I wipe it, I'm just going to use my finger there. You can see how easily that's come off there, can't you? So if I come in, I'm just going to spray the middle. I'm just going to foam the whole thing and give it a wipe like so. And then look, we can see how easily and how well this tile is now coming up. And that's literally with a minute of us using the Blue Magic, the foam, and then the spray as well. And then you can see how easily those stains have come off. Like, look at that, it's like a brand new tile.
It is.
Isn't it, Kirsty?
It is.
It's like a brand new tile. And it's that easy. It is genuinely that simple to use a product like Blue Magic. You've got your spray, you've got your foam spray, and then you've got obviously your concentrated. If you do want a scent to Blue Magic, unlike Pink Magic has a Japanese cherry blossom scent. Blue Magic is unscented, which is why we come up with the Blue Magic floral scent. You put a couple of drops a couple of pipettes full, I should say, directly in to your pre-made bottle of BLUEMAGIC, like so. So there's one, there is two. I'm just going to put the lid back on here. I'm going to try to put the lid back on. There we go. Give it a little shake. And then this lovely floral scent from BLUEMAGIC. So if you don't want any scent there, you obviously just get your normal BLUEMAGIC. But if you did want a scent, you could buy the concentrate, you could get the floral scent, and obviously a reusable bottle, or two reusable bottles. You could have one that was scented, one that was unscented. So if you wanted to clean your fridge, for example, you had some stains in your fridge, but you didn't want to leave any sort of smell, this would be the perfect product because it's going to clean it. And like we say, it's food safe, so there's no caustics, acids, solvents in there as well. So you're going to be protected, and it's going to be a nice, clean, fresh, stain-free fridge. Because who likes stains? Nobody likes stains. Right. Where's my shirt? Let's do a shirt. So here we have a nice pristine white shirt. So we've seen us being able to get rid of stains in carpet. We've seen us getting rid of stains on our hard surfaces. So our, what was it, laminate flooring.
Yeah.
Now what I want to do is I want to show you how well it works as a pre-treatment for a shirt if we were to put it in a washing machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some beetroot. I'm just going to get some beetroot and I'm just going to roll it all across my shirt just so that you can see.
You can get 2 bottles of the BLUEMAGIC concentrated in the shop for $19.99.
$19.99.
Over the delivery, so anything £15 and over is free delivery.
Look at that, £15 and over, you're getting free delivery. You're getting free delivery with the best stain remover that we have ever come across. That's just not me saying that. 2 million packs have been sold. 4Gs, it's to degrease their oil lines. So if Ford are using it, then it's going to get rid of some beetroot and it's going to get rid of some fountain pen ink from your shirt. So I'm just going to put a couple of drops on here.
That's on futuredevelopments.shop.
Yes, don't forget to check out the website, futuredevelopments.shop. That is futuredevelopments.shop. Have a look and see what products tickle your fancy, because I can guarantee you there will be something on that website that will be for you. Might not necessarily be BLUEMAGIC, it might be the Bullseye Pro. It's a mobile, it's a portable tire inflator. It might be, what else do we sell? It might be the Auto-Care Screen Wash tablets. It could be some iron water, Vaccent. Guarantee you, go and have a look on the website, futuredevelopments.shop. There will be something there for you. But here is my nice shirt that we have tie-dyed. Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. But obviously, if your child was to come in with a shirt looking like this, you would not be happy, because you're thinking, I'm gonna have to go and get some new school shirts now. You might have to go back to a shop to get, the stains removed. You might be thinking, I've got to go to one of the lettered shops and go and spend £18 on a stain remover. But you don't have to do that, because you've got BLUEMAGIC, the best stain remover that we have ever come across. Now I'm using a liberal spray here for my pre-wash. Now I'm doing that because, like I've said before, I'm getting 100 bottles of BLUEMAGIC if I buy 2 of these reusable. I'm only going to get 50 if I buy one. I'm saying only 50, like 50 bottles isn't a lot. But that is basically what you're going to be getting if you buy the 2 bottles of your BLUEMAGIC concentrate. You get 100 of those. So in terms of the spraying that I'm doing, it's not really going to be that deep, is it? Because look at that now. That shirt has been pre-treated. Now I'm going to get a bowl of water, and this is essentially going to be my washing machine. So I'm just going to stick my shirt in here after being pre-treated. Now I'm going to agitate this for a couple of minutes in here. Now you can see that the colour of this water is already starting to change. The colour is already starting to change because the BLUEMAGIC, what it's done is it's broken down those stains and it's dissipated and broken them down. Because it's broken them down, it's making it easier for me when I'm agitating it for all those stains to come out. And you can see that the colour of the water is changing.
What about if you get any blood stains on?
Blood stains, yeah, it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to work. So if the dried up stains, like we did with the laminate flooring, if you've got more dried up stains, you might want to go with the concentrated BLUEMAGIC, or you might want to increase the dilution of the BLUEMAGIC that we're using. We currently, this is the lowest dilution that we've got, which is 10:1, which is what we say is going to make you 50 bottles of the BLUEMAGIC. But we've got the mild duty, we've got medium duty, and we've got heavy duty as well. So if you wanted to, if you had more ingrained stains on your carpets, on your surfaces, whatever it was, you might want to increase the concentration of your dilution, or you might just want to use directly use the concentrated onto whatever surface it is that you might have.
Yeah.
So, after a couple of minutes of agitating, you'll see how this blue and red dyed shirt has now been taken back to its factory settings. Look at that. All those stains have gone. And that was literally just from pre-treating that shirt with the BLUEMAGIC.
So you just put it in the washing machine now, but if it got like tougher stains on, you could put a cap full of it in the machine with it,
Exactly. You could put a cap full of the BLUEMAGIC directly into your washing machine. Now, you might want to do that if you've got more tougher stains to get rid of, like Kirsty mentioned, like blood, for example. So let's just dip this, the freshly white shirt, back into some red food colouring, because you want to emulate what would have happened if, you know, if you've got blood in your shirt. If you have left the red sock in with your whites.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm spilling that on me here. If you've left the red sock in with your whites, it could be a grey sock, a black sock in with your whites. Because what BLUEMAGIC does, as well as getting rid of your stains, it's going to bring the whites back to life. So I know that there's an ad campaign at the moment with one of the big stain removal companies that do all the, what do you call it, detergents and stuff. And they're talking about getting your whites back to white after wearing them and stuff. Now, I'm saying that because BLUEMAGIC is obviously going to get rid of those stains. It's going to bring the whites back to white. But it's not just limited to clothes. It's going to be, we're going to be able to use this on absolutely everything that we can think of. Any surfaces that you can think of that you've got a stain on, BLUEMAGIC will get rid of it. Like I mentioned earlier, there's only 3 things that we say won't get rid of your stains. So there's 3 things that BLUEMAGIC won't get rid of when it comes to stains, and they are chewing gum, because you have to freeze it and there's a whole different process for that. It's not going to get rid of high gloss paint, because you need either a paint stripper or white spirits to get rid of that. And then it's not going to get rid of, what's the third one? Nail varnish. And that is because of the acetone that you needed to get rid of the gel or the varnish, whatever it is that's on your nails. That is not going to come off. But everything else, BLUEMAGIC will get rid of. Don't you worry. So, you just saw me put that shirt into our food colouring.
Yeah.
Now this here is essentially a bowl of water and a cup or 2 of the BLUEMAGIC concentrate. Now we're using this. This basically is if you were to put a cup of BLUEMAGIC directly into your washing machine, into your detergent drawer, and sort of let BLUEMAGIC work its magic in your washing machine as opposed to a pre-wash. So if in that example where the stains hadn't come out when you were pre-washing it, you might want to then just go in with a cup full of BLUEMAGIC directly into your detergent drawer. And what that will do is work it is in exactly the same way as the pre-treatment, but at a higher concentration, because you put it directly into your washing machine. And then it's going to be spinning at 1600 RPM, 1400, however fast, you know, your fastest spin is on your washing machine. I can't spin things that fast. I'm only one person, I'm only human. But just from a hand wash in a bowl of water and some BLUEMAGIC concentrate, you can see how that
it still works on a quick wash on mine. My quick wash is only 15 minutes.
Exactly. So
and
quick
even when
wash,
I've used the BLUEMAGIC and that, it still works on that. And
then look at that. Look how well that white, or that shirt, sorry, has been brought back to life just by using a cup or 2 full of the BLUEMAGIC concentrate. Look how easy that is. Look at the shirt.
Lovely.
It is sensational. The first time I saw that demonstration, I was like, how has that just happened? I don't understand where the stains go.
Even if your whites go, you know, they get a bit grey sometimes, like the white t-shirts.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That whole ad campaign is about bringing back your whites. It was like, after it had like shirts lined up in a row, and it was like the 50th time that they'd worn it, it was a grey shirt. And it was like, well, obviously just throw it in the bin. But you don't need to throw your clothes away anymore, because we've got BLUEMAGIC. It's going to bring all of your clothes back to life. It's going to rejuvenate them and freshen them up.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what we are here to do. Next, I am going to talk about the new BLUEMAGIC. Oh, it's a wide shot. You can still see me. That is lovely. Usually you can never see me when I'm over here. Right, so next we're going to talk about revitalizing and rejuvenating and bringing back to life any old materials, any old metals that you may have in your property, using the BLUEMAGIC Clean and Polish Paste. It's multi-purpose. It comes with a handy little sponge and it's so easy to use. All you have to do is stick your sponge into some water and just wring it out. And then what you're gonna do is get the sponge and just rub it on to your clay-based paste, which is 100% made of 100% natural ingredients. So it's made of vegetable glycemia, there's vegetable oil in there, and then there is a lavender fragrance in there, which I always find odd because it's a lemon scented product, but it has lavender in it. But you can't smell the lavender, but you can smell lemon. Some kind of magic is going on. It's blue magic. What can I say?
Exactly.
So once I have rubbed my sponge on my clay, you can see the inside of that cup is dirty, it is old, and that needs a freshen up. So I'm just going to get my sponge after I've dipped it in the water and then the clay, and I'm just going to rub around my mug. What even is this? This is a pretty cool cup, this.
They're like ornaments, aren't they? Like my grandparents used to have them all on their fireplace.
Oh.
And like those as well.
Needs to get this on Dickinson's Real Deal or something. Worth a couple of quid. See, that's the point as well, to be fair. If you sort of, if you ever sort of, you know, well, it's a bit of a morbid example, to be honest.
No, but they do just sit up the attic, don't they?
Exactly. If people have got things in the attic that, you know, you've never used or you've just been sat there for months or for years. If you've been passed down some ornaments or some... even jewellery. Heirlooms, that's the word I was looking for. Any sort of old heirlooms, jewellery, anything like that that you might have been passed down. If it does look a bit rusty and a little bit crusty, you need to get the paste to bring it back to life. Because what you'll see... I'm just going to shove a cloth in it and just dry it, get rid of the excess paste in there. And you can see how well that this has been brought back. Obviously, this is an old mug that's been sat there for probably for years. So that's all the rust. But after one application, you can see how well that it's starting to come up. Yeah. So if I did that a couple of more times, this is going to look like a brand new ornament. I can get it on Dickinson's Real Deal and I'm going to get the full whack. And I'm not going to auction either. But it's obviously, it's not just sort of your metals it works on. It can work on UPVC. Yes. So, you know, your outside pipes. Do we have any UPVC in here, actually? Oh, there is a board somewhere. Aha. There you go. And as if by magic, found some UPVC. So again, all I would do is I'm just going to wring out my sponge, and then I'm going to wipe it into my clay. Once I've wiped it into my clay, I'm just going to get my nice little bit of UPVC here. Let's do that side. That sounds a bit filthy, innit? And then look. It's not like got a gritty texture or anything though, has it? So it's not going to scratch your ornaments or anything? No, because it's clay-based, there's no sort of abrasives in there. So it's not going to sort of scratch or damage your materials. It's not going to scratch or damage you. Because there are some on the market that have like those little beads in there. Yeah. And sometimes they scratch your products or they can scratch your hands. So if you've got sensitive skin, it might not necessarily be the best product for you. But have a look at that. Look how clean that is in comparison to that side and to that side. So I mean, that was literally me. Windowsills and... wiping it. Windowsills, anything that you've got UPVC on, any materials this will work on it. It will bring your things back to life. But one of my favourite items to use this on, if you want to come and join me in the bathroom, is things like taps, things like shower heads, things that have watermarks on them. Because the what this is basically going to do, I'm just wringing out the sponge to get rid of all the excess clay. So if you have a look on our shower door here, look at the watermarks, look at the lime scale that's all over this these door handles and these door frames. So again, I'm just going to wet my cloth, well, wet my sponge, sorry, wipe it into the clay, and then I'm just going to rub on the door handle like so. It doesn't leave like a residue on. No residue, on no it afterwards either, does it? Because some of them can be quite. They leave like a film of chalk on it, don't they? Yeah, but which you might think because it's a clay-based product. But because it is clay-based, it doesn't leave any sort of smears, marks. There's no what's the word that you just said there? No marks. Residue. There's no smears, no residue. That's the one. There's no residue being left on there, and it's literally gonna come up. Oh, I'm just gonna go and grab a cloth. If you, sorry. We forget the cloth every time. Every time I forget a cloth. And then look at the difference now between that handle and this one.
sparkling.
So that handle now, that's a new, looking like a brand new handle.
It does.
It's
Even
fresh,
the watermarks.
it's
are gone,
shiny. The
aren't
watermarks have gone, and then the shine's been brought back to it as well. Like look at the shine on that one in comparison to this one, the before and after. It speaks for itself. But I can see my reflection in this now. I can't see anything in this one. But do you know what? Because I'm not half a job, I'm gonna do both. Just whilst I'm here, because I couldn't bear just to leave one of them done and leave the other one. But I mean, it just goes to show how easy that this product does clean. And it smells so nice.
It does smell nice.
So where you're not, sometimes you know where products have that nasty chemically smell, especially for something like this.
Yeah.
This does not leave, well, it leaves a smell, but it's actually a nice, pleasant smell as opposed to these overpowering chemically based smells. Because this is 100% natural products as well and natural ingredients. That's why it's able to smell as nice as it does. And it doesn't have that sort of chemically nasty smell to it.
You use it on the glass as well, like the glass doors?
Yeah, could use it on your glass doors, but what I prefer to use for the glass doors is, segued me very nicely into that, is the foam. Because, nearly forgot a cloth again. Because with the foam, what's going to happen, once I spray on, is the foam is going to stick to whatever surface it is that I'm trying to get rid of, or trying to clean, sorry.
Easier clean.
So what I'll do is I'll do half of the door. I'll do up to about the bottom of that handle there, just so we can see the difference in the before and after. Because I'm using a spray as well, the foam spray, because I want it to stick to the surface, as I've mentioned. I don't want to spray at the top and it for it to just drip down. I want it to stick to the surface that I'm trying to spray. So once that's been left on for a couple of minutes, I mean, you don't really need to use it for a couple of minutes to be fair, because look at this already. Almost instantaneous. And that spray is working like magic. Now look, we're not being left with any watermarks, there's no smears, and it's going to dry nice and clearly. Because that's one of the biggest things for me when I'm cleaning glass. I don't want to have any marks. I don't want to have any smears. The amount of times that I go back on things because I'm like,
I
can see the
buff
smears.
it out. So
But you can see here, no smears, and look how well that's dried. And then again, look at the before and after. It's like a brand new bit of glass.
It is.
You can see the difference.
You can almost see my reflection.
I was just about to say.
Let's get out quick.
So Kirsty runs out quickly. Right, again, I'm just going to do the bottom of the door because I don't want to do half a job. But again, look how easy and look how simple this is just to clean your doors. Let's get in there. I'll just give it a good old wipe. Might want to do the front and the back too.
All the soap that gets trapped on the bottom of the door.
Yes.
And around the bottom of your tiles as well on the wall, actually.
All the tiles, all the limescale. You can see all the watermarks that we've been left with down here. So again, if you wanted to spray on there, you might spray it and it's going to drip down. Do you know what? Like, obviously this is pink, but just because it's a spray and it's there, I'm just going to use that one. So look, I've sprayed in here and you can see it's all dripping down. Yeah. So the initial area that I've sprayed, yeah, that's going to be covered, but the rest of it, it's dripping off. So again, we get the foam. And that's going to stick to the surface. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's going to stick to the surface. And then once I wipe it off, look at that. Look how easy those smears come off.
Shining.
Shiny. Brand new, brand spanking new shower door.
Shower door.
It is sensational. Oh, you mentioned soap scum there, didn't you?
Yes.
You did. I'm going to pull out my tile. Here's my bathroom tile. My bathroom tile that is absolutely covered in soap scum. So I'm just going to tidy up the area.
$8.99 the foam is in the shop.
$8.99 on the Future Development shop. That is futuredevelopments.shop.
Yeah.
Go and have a look at all the offers that we have on the website today. Please and thank you. So, here we've got my lovely soap scummed filled tile. Now, what would I do in this one? I probably would use the foam for this one, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to use some BLUEMAGIC spray, just so we can see how easily it removes it using the spray as well. And then look, you can see, I'm just going to spray it And if I leave it on for a minute, we can see that it's already starting to break down those soap scum. It's getting underneath the soap scum to allow me to wipe off with ease. So I'm just going to get my cloth and give it a good little wipe.
I was wondering why that one smelled then, but you put the floral.
I put the floral scent in
that
that.
one, didn't you?
How nice does that smell?
Yeah, you can smell it.
And then look here. So this is now wiped down with the BLUEMAGIC spray. And then you can, if I can pick it up, you can see that there's no smears there, no streaks. Obviously there, you can see a couple of there. That's because they've not dried properly yet. But once that's dried, that is going to be a completely streak-free, shiny new black tile, free of soap scum. And look how easy that was as well to do. That literally took me 30 seconds to get rid of all of that soap scum. So think if you've got, you know, a big, or a big-ish bathroom, that might take you ages to do using a normal spray. With that BLUEMAGIC, you see how easily that was for me to get rid of those stains. And that's the whole point of everything that we do at Future Developments. It's about making your life easier, saving you time, saving yourself money, saving yourself effort. Because you've got time to be doing that every day.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's just,
I found the foam the other day was really good in the bath. Because, you know, like at the top of the bath, you can get like the rim of dirt, can't you? But, so, yeah, I used the foam so it would stick then around the top of the bath.
It is an amazing product. It is the best stain remover that I've ever come across. Where are the rest of the tiles gone?
Disappeared.
Oh no. Well, I have one tile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how well the BLUEMAGIC spray also works on tiles. So, on one side of the tile, I'm going to draw...
There is another one there by the sink if you want that.
Nice smiley face. Ah, there we go. I'm going to draw a smiley face, just draw a line. And then I'm going to use a wax crayon just to show you. Draw another line. Then I'm going to get a plimsoll. And then I'm going to get a plimsoll. It was supposed to magically appear when I said that time.
Should be under the bench.
There's so much stuff under this bench. I used it before. Where's it gone? Oh, it's right there.
Got it.
Got it. Then I'm going to get a plimsoll and just basically scuff my tile, sorry. And then this is basically going to be if you got sort of rubber marks on your skirting boards, it's on your floors, because these rubber marks can get absolutely everywhere. I don't know what it is about these kind of material shoes, but it's not even just shoes. It could be walking sticks, it could be prams, it could be children's toys that have those rubber wheels on them. Yeah. You know the ones that you pull back and they shoot off.
Oh, yeah.
My son's got so many of those.
Yeah, yeah.
And they leave marks everywhere. And it infuriates me. But I'm not bothered because I've got BLUEMAGIC and it's going to get rid of them so easily. So let's start with the Sharpie. And I'm just going to spray on my Sharpie here. And you can actually see what's happening here is it's already starting to break down the Sharpie here with the BLUEMAGIC. And I can literally just use my finger to wipe it off. What's that film where when people pass, they end up like this? And they like just dissipate like that? I'm sure there's a film and that happens, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know.
But there, look. See how easy that Sharpie's come off? Gonna do the same with our wax crayon, and again, that is coming off so easily. And then again, with the rubber sole, look at those little rubber worms that we're making here. Look at that. Exceptional. It's an absolutely exceptional stain remover. And if you've not already got some, you need to go to the Future Development shop. That is futuredevelopments.shop on the website, and go and have a look at all of the products that we have. Get yourself some BLUEMAGIC. We've got signature bundles on there. We've got so many products that we know that you're going to love. You get free delivery when you spend over £15. It's one of the easiest websites to use. You simply add things to your basket. You go to the checkout, you empty your card details, and then you check out of the shop. I mean, I'm telling you how to shop online. You already know how to shop online. We've been doing it for years. You know what you're doing. But just in case you need a reminder, futuredevelopments.shop, and get those things added into your basket and get checked out. But we are moving on. Enough talk about BLUEMAGIC. It's now time for the car section of the show. My favourite. Motoring madness.
We've got 20 minutes left.
Time flies when you're selling BLUEMAGIC, doesn't it, Kirsty?
I know.
Come on over. Come on over to my screen wash garage.
Garage.
where I'm here to talk to you about the Auto Care Screen Wash Tablets. Yes, indeed. Round of applause for the Auto Care tablets. Thank you very much, Kirsty. These are Auto Care Screen Wash tablets, and they are one of the best screen wash tablets, well, probably the best screen wash that I've ever used. I do a lot of motorway driving, and I do a lot of driving down A roads and country roads, so I'm always using screen wash. I could probably get through one of those in about a month. But you're getting 12 of these bottles in this tube. You're getting 12 of those bottles in this tube because you're getting tablets. So the screen wash is coming in tablet form this time. Now, have a look at this tablet. It's got a nice little groove in the middle, which allows you to snap it in half. And with each half of the tablet, you're going to get 2.5 litres of screen wash. So obviously you're going to get 5 of the full one, 2.5 if you use half of the tablet, and you use it like so. Plop it in to 5 litres of water, and then what you'll see is the fast dissolving action of the tablet is going to dissolve, and this bottle is going to look just like this one in about 5 minutes time. Now, the screen wash, it works in temperatures down to -3, which is going to be perfect in this freezing cold winters that we're going to be having. We're getting 700 degree heat in the summer. No. We're going to be getting -700 degrees in the winter. So everyone get wrapped up and get these screen wash tablets to protect your car, because that's the main thing about it, isn't it, really? It's protecting your car, protecting you. You want to be safe when you're on the roads. You don't want to be driving and get caught short and you've got no screen wash in your car, and then you're having to do what I've done one time, which is literally squirt water out of my window and use my windscreen wipers whilst driving on the motorway at 50 miles an hour. Wasn't very safe, and I wouldn't recommend it. But what I would recommend is getting yourself some Auto Care Screen Wash tablets. They are $11.99 for 12 tablets. So like I say, for $11.99, you're getting 12 bottles of screen wash. It's 60 litres of screen wash up here in each one of these bottles. Sorry, 5 litres in each one of the bottles. 12 times 5 is 60. So we're getting 60 litres of screen wash for $11.99. It works out at about £1 a tablet. Yeah. Now you tell me, where are you going to find a screen wash tablet or a screen wash formula solution for that low of a price, for that good, that value for money, basically? Because it's non-streaking. So you saw with the tile that I cleaned before, I'm drying it, there were no streaks. When you clean your windscreen with the Auto Care Screen Wash tablets, there are no streaks left on your windscreen. You use some of the cheap screen wash and you wipe your windscreen with it, and you get streaks all over it, and it's like, well, what's the point? You've made it look 10 times worse. Yeah. And now I can't see even worse. I can see less than I could before I clean my windscreen. What's the point in that? This is why the non-streaking is one of the best selling points about this. It removes all your insects and your bugs, so you're not going to have any of the nasty flies on your windscreen, because it's coming up to summer. Flies and bugs are going to be everywhere. So again, if you do a lot of motorway driving, you do a lot of A-road and country road driving, you know how often you'll get flies on your windscreen. You ever got out of your car one day and you've looked on your on like your bonnet and your number plate? Yes, yes. And you can see all of the flies and stuff on your bonnet.
Especially if you've been up motorway as well.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's going to get rid of all of those bugs and those insects, and it's going to keep them away as well. And then on top of all of that, you're getting rain guard technology in here as well. Now, the rain guard technology is my favorite thing about the product. As well as it being, it's non-streaking, it gets rid of bugs and insects. The fact that it has that rain guard in there as well means that when drops of rain come onto your windscreen, what's going to happen is it's going to bead up. It's not going to sort of just drip down your windscreen as it normally would do. It's going to bead, and then when you go to wipe it off, it's all just going to come off in one fell swoop, as opposed to having to, when it's like torrential rain and you can never see out of your windscreen. Yeah. The torrential rain,
your window wipers on
exactly on full blast. The rain guard in these tablets will basically prevent that from happening. So you'll get better visibility as well when you're driving down the motorway in these torrential storms, which is probably the best thing. It's all about keeping you safe and being able to know that you're comfortable and you're confident enough to drive on the motorway, wherever it is that you're going, and know that if you do run out of screen wash, you've got an alternative there, as opposed to having to lug around one of these in the back of your car. Because they're heavy, they're laborious, it's cumbersome. You're going to have to keep these in the back of your car all year round, whereas opposed to having one of those in your car, you keep those in your glove compartment, and then you're getting 5 litres of water per time. How long those are going to last you?
I know.
Like I said, that's 12 bottles of screen wash. How often do people actually use their screen wash, unless they are, like I say, heavy motorway drivers, or it's the winter months where it's always raining, it's always dirty. Where else are you going to sort of use this much screen wash? The chances are you're not. And the reason why that's so good is because think how long this screen wash will last you. It's £11.99. If these tablets were £7, £8, £9 each, let's just do £8 as a conservative figure. 8 times 12 is £96. Instead of paying £96 for 60 litres of Screen Wash and 12 bottles of Screen Wash, you can pay £11.99. And the best thing as well is you don't even have to keep going out to the shop and buying these. Because like I say, with that £8 that you spend in each time, that means you're going to have to go to the shops and buy it as well. You don't have to do that because you've already got the tablets in your car or wherever it is that you're keeping them safe. And then look at this.
Did you saw your window washer things the other day?
I did.
Because they were pointing the wrong way.
You know, I actually nearly messaged you when I got home. I was like, oh my God, my windscreens are so clean. But yeah,
a lot of people don't know that.
I know. I didn't know that until somebody told me. And then I ran out of the studio. Then I was like,
yeah,
I need to test this right now. But yeah, look, you can see in the 5 minutes that I've been talking here about the product, you can see how well the tablet is starting to sort of dissolve and effervesce and fizz up into this nice little solution. Now you can also put these tablets directly into your reservoir. So you don't even have to carry around a big bottle of water in the back of your car. If you had a litre bottle of water, a litre and a half bottle of water in your car, you could put this directly into your reservoir, top up the water with the water that you've got in your car, and that's going to work just as well, if not better, than the 5 litre would. Because if you're using half a tablet, which is 2.5 litres, with only a litre or a litre and a half of water, the concentration is going to be higher. So in theory, you should get a better clean. That's not to say that the solution that we recommend of 5 litres, that's not to say that that's not going to work. But if you're obviously having a higher concentration, it's going to work a bit better, innit?
Yeah.
But, like I say, that's not to say that it doesn't work. It is genuinely one of the best Screen Wash tablets, Screen Wash products I've ever come across.
Does it smell of anything?
No, which is a good thing.
Some of them do.
Some of them stink.
Awful,
you know when you get, I bought a cheap one from a supermarket, the same one that smeared my car actually.
Yeah.
So it stunk as well. It had that. I keep going on about chemically smells.
Yeah.
Chemically smells, they burn your nostrils, give you headaches. You don't want to smell these things when you're driving and you're trying to concentrate in the road, and all you can smell is like acidic Screen Wash. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not nice.
True.
But these don't have any scent. So you know that you're not going to have any bad smells. Your windscreen isn't going to be smeared. You're going to be covered for your rain guard technology, and you're going to get rid of those bugs and insects that want to live on your windscreen throughout the summer. And that is all possible because of the Screen Wash tablets from AutoCare. They're in the Future Developments website right now. FutureDevelopments.shop.
Yeah.
Go whatever butchers, get them in your basket, and get checked out. Yeah, look, here's the screen now. You know what? Might as well show you. Here's the website. FutureDevelopments.shop. Look at this. Look at the products that we've got. We've got BLUEMAGIC, PINKMAGIC, AutoCare, Genie, Clean Easy, Beldrain. We've got other brands there as well. Other butchers. Look at this. These are all of the different things that we've got on the website. Free delivery on orders over £15. Look, free UK delivery.
Yes.
On orders over £15. It is this simple. Look, you add things to your basket. Hurry up, screen. We add things to our basket, we go to the checkout. I'm telling you how to shop online. We already know how to shop online. But look how easy it is for you to shop. You don't have to add to your basket. Look at that. It's in your baskets now.
Loads of different bundles on there as well.
So many different bundles as well.
The pink and blue.
Click your basket. Once you've clicked your basket, what are we doing then? If you've got a coupon, add a coupon. Proceed to the checkout. Look at that, secure checkout, fast dispatch. And then look at this, enter all your information, and then boom, there's your order. There, put your card details, place your order. Done. It's that simple. We know how to shop online, but we've shown you again, just to be on the safe side, just in case you forgot. But now we know that you know, there is no excuse for you not to do it. Thank you very much. Right. Oh, what time is it? 10 to. It is 10 to. It is 10 to, which means it's time for the Bullseye Pro.
The Bullseye.
What is the Bullseye Pro? I hear you ask Kirsty very quietly behind the camera. The Bullseye Pro is a mobile tire inflator, but it doesn't just inflate tires. It can inflate footballs. It can inflate bike tires. It can inflate inflatables. It can inflate anything that needs airing as long as you have the right attachments for it, which happily come in this handy little bit for you to put them in at the front of the Bullseye Pro.
So you don't lose them. Whenever I have something like this, I always lose the ends
attachments.
and then I can't use
so
it again.
Annoying. Exactly. But you get 3 attachments, as well as your standard nozzle to put onto your tyres. How does this work? How does this work, I hear you ask? So, very simple. Here's an on button at the back. You hold that down for 2 seconds and your LED display turns on. You've got an LED display up the top here, which will display your battery, and you'll see in real time as you're pumping up your tyres or your footballs, whatever it is that you're pumping up, you'll see that this will be going down in real time to let you know how much battery you've still got left on your Bullseye Pro. At the front, you've got this fancy little 4-bulb LED light that's going to help you out in the case of an emergency. If you get stuck on the motorway in the dark, a country lane in the dark, any kind of road in the dark where there's no sort of road lights on there. The M6, for example, the lights go off and there's never any lights on it. So
I think it's so dangerous.
It's dangerous. You break down on that motorway and say your balls have gone.
I know.
And you're trying to put your hazards on and no one can see you.
Yeah.
If you've got this light, you'd be safe, and you would know that you could put your plug your tyres in there, pump it up, drive away, go about your business, and you are good to go. So it is so easy to use, and it's got an auto stop feature on there as well, which for me is the best thing out of this, because using the example of being stuck on a motorway, if you're stuck on the side of a motorway and your driver's side tyre has got a slow puncture or it's flat, you're then going to have to go around to the front of your car, crouch down and pump it up or do whatever it is that you're doing. With this with the Bullseye Pro, because it's auto inflatable and it auto stops, what you can do is you can put it onto inflate, you can step away, you can leave it and then go back to it once it's inflated. So look, here's my tyre. I've just put the little pin in there and I'm just going to clip the nozzle onto it like so. I now want this ball to be set at 7 psi. And it's already been set there, as if by magic. Then what I'm going to do is click it twice, stand back, and then you can see the balls inflating. And then you can see the PSI in the back of there as well, that's telling you what your PSI is currently on. And then once it gets to 7, it's going to stop.
Yay.
It stops, it clicks off like that.
I always panic that I'm getting put too much in.
And it's going to pop.
Yeah.
But there we go, look, you can see how that's it turns itself off automatically once we have got to the desired PSI. Then you can see at the top, the battery's gone, or the battery's going down, and you can see that happening in live real time as you are inflating your items. Like we said, it's not just tyres that it works on. It can work on balls, it can work on inflatables, bike tyres as well. And you've got these 2 little nozzles here as well for you to use.
How long's that battery gain last for when it's fully charged?
So this battery, it will do all of your tyres in 10 minutes. Oh, okay. And it goes from 22 psi to 34 psi in around 2 minutes. So think about the time that it's going to save you, and you're not having to wait for breakdown recoveries or recoveries to come and get you. You know where you get those like like the free SOS thing on like the motorways, but then you're going to have to wait for them to come. This is going to save you so much time. If you're going for a meeting, you're going on a holiday, for example, you need to get a flight. Yeah. Could be the perfect thing. Taxi drivers, this is the perfect thing for you as well.
Actually, yeah.
Don't want to break down. Save yourself the money paying for a breakdown company. Get yourself a Bullseye Pro, and it's going to save you time, effort, and money as well. It comes with 2 chargers. So we've got a USB-C charger that goes into the back, and then we've also got an in-car charger as well there that you can see plugs in nicely here. Now,
I think that's handy.
It's so handy.
I would never remember to charge the actual.
You wouldn't. But then the thing is, if you you know how some cars now, they have the sensors on them that will tell you when your pressure is getting a bit low and you might need to top up your air. Yeah. Once that comes up, if you know that you've got one of these in your car, pull over, get it in your get it on charge, and then you can, I know, in a couple of miles later down the road, if you notice that your PSI is dropping even further, that's when you can probably pull over again, whip this out, and get your tyres inflated again.
Just gives you the time, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Go and get sorted.
Gives you the time and the peace of mind, because you know that it's going to be, you're going to be having nice airy tyres. Nice pumped up tyres is the phrase that I should have used there. Nice airy tyres. What on earth am I talking about? But that is how simple it is to use the Bullseye Pro on. Should we go and do my tyres?
Yeah,
you know what? I'm going to go and check, make sure that no one's outside, because we went to go outside before and everyone's still sat there.
It is lunchtime.
It is lunchtime, innit? So maybe they are.
I'll just follow you. See
Hopefully they're not. There's one person there. Should we do it?
Do your back tyre in or film that way?
Yeah, go on. Do my back tyre. Come on out, come on out. So I think this one, needs a, oh, you gone? Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
So let's just say then, this is my driver's side tyre. And what I'm going to do is, so you can hear as soon as I plug that in, it's letting the air out. So I might just let some air out just so we can pump it up a little bit more. So you can see that now it actually shows you what the PSI currently is on your tyre. So it was at 34, but I want 38. I want nice pumped up tyres that feel like I'm going to fly away. And then
you can overinflate your tyres, can't you?
You can.
You can.
Fun fact, if you look on the rims of your tyre, it will show you what the maximum PSI is that you're allowed in your tyres.
Oh, there you go then.
So this one is 51, which isn't good because my other one says 44. So, so my tyres are not good. But yeah, so 38. I'm going to click it on and then I can stand back. I'm going to come stand there behind the camera, nice and safe. And then, once that gets to 38 PSI, it's going to click off and you will see how easy it is.
But at least you can come stand around the other side, especially if you're on the motorway. This
is my whole point. It's so much safer to be stood on this side of the road than it is to be on the motorway side. When you've got all these HGVs flying past you at 60, 70 miles an hour, you've got people that don't know how to drive and don't want to drive properly. They're all going to be causing hazards. But now, there's a nice inflated tyre. And look how easy that was as well. That took about 30 seconds to inflate there. From what, 35.5 to 38 PSI was that? But that is how easy it is to use the Bullseye Pro. And like I say, it's not just your car tyres it works on. It will work on your bikes, it will work on prams. Anything else that you've got that you need air in, like I keep saying, it will work on. So think inflatables, anything of that nature. We're coming up to summer. It might be a lilo, it might be an inflatable, it might be a slip and slide for the garden. Instead of having to use your mouth or using them handheld pumps or a foot pump, you don't have to use a foot pump instead. Don't have to be doing this motion.
Takes all day.
It's so long. And then you've got to find it. So sometimes you have to find that rhythm when you're using a foot pump. And if you get out of rhythm, then it's like, oh, you've got to find it again.
And you've got a dead leg.
Yeah, exactly. This is genuinely taking all of that stress away. Literally using the Bullseye Pro. Such a simple product to use, and it is a game changer if you ask me. I don't see why you wouldn't want to have one of these in your car.
Let me check the price for you. So it's on the website at the minute.
Oh yeah. How much is it?
Let me check. I think it is.
It is
$59.99.
$59.99, 60 quid call it. But think about the time and the effort saving yourself.
That's
and the stress and the worry. Because I think the thing is for me, I'd be happy to do, people might be scared to do long distances for whatever reason. I would be much more comfortable knowing that I'm driving a long distance, having something like this in my car.
I know
when anything was to happen, I've got this and I'm safe. Same with the screen wash tablets.
Yeah.
If I know that they're in my car, I'm not worried because I know that if anything were to happen, I've got my Bullseye Pro, I've got my screen wash tablets in there, and I'm going to be safe, I'm going to be secure, and I'm going to know that I can get...
Especially when you're on your own.
Exactly. If you're a lone driver on your own, you break down at the middle of the night, that could be a scary experience for anybody, male or female. So it's beneficial to have one of these in your car to keep yourself safe. And again, it's not safe to be driving on flat tyres. On unsafe tyres, you might have a slow puncture. Get yourself the Bullseye Pro and save yourself all the headache that will come with having a flat tyre.
Costs you more fuel as well, doesn't it? Having low tyres.
Low PSI equals low fuel economy. Yeah. There was an episode of Top Gear where they, I think they brimmed the cars and they had to drive from one place to another without filling up again. And the way that they were sort of like getting the fuel economy up was ensuring that the tyres were pumped up to the max, closing the windows, not putting the air conditioning, things like that. So those are all methods that you can use to increase your fuel economy. But the easiest one is to keep your tyres inflated. Yeah. How are you going to keep your tyres inflated? With the Bullseye Pro. Do you know what? Let's put it that way because you can actually see the word Bullseye there if I do it that way. Look at that. Look at that.
Perfect.
Now, it is time to go home.
It is.
It is time to go home, unfortunately. I am going to be back on Tuesday. Tuesday morning at 12 o'clock on YouTube, 10 o'clock on TikTok. And I'm going to have a good weekend. Hope you do too. Goodbye. Love yous. Bye.